On this episode of Florida Sport Fishing TV.
See if he'll come out like that. Full coloration. Be careful with these thorns.
SeaHunter Boats presents Florida Sport Fishing. Television for the avid angler. Powered by Mercury Marine.
I don't know what I got, but it's a giant catch. That right there, baby, is deep dropping.
Florida Sport Fishing TV proudly utilizes and endorses.
Absolutely love Flushmaster, a game changer for multiple outboards. Everything you've seen is totally legit, super easy install, plug and play right out of the box. Simply click, push, done. Start flushing at seamule.com.
Boat Outfitters, where owners and builders go for replacement parts and hard-to-find hardware.
What's up, guys? I'm Captain Mike, and welcome to an absolutely awesome episode of Florida Sport Fishing TV. We are on board a 28 Floridian. This is one of SeaHunter's really flagship models, one of their most popular models, even though it's the smallest model in their lineup. And it's really given us a great opportunity to do some stuff that we wouldn't normally be able to do. You guys know we're waiting for our 41 CTS to be complete. So again, we've got this boat for a couple of weeks, and we're going to take advantage of being able to access some fisheries that we've never done before down here, namely Florida Bay. Florida Bay is an absolutely incredible estuary. It's on the Gulf side here of the Keys. It's fed from Everglades National Park. Really unique because of the influx of fresh water. As it pushes out, it meets with the Gulf of Mexico, so it's a convergence zone. But what's really unique is the wildlife, the birds, the different fish. Heck, it's one of the only places where you're going to find alligators and crocodiles both living together. That's how unique it is. Now, Florida Bay is just home to so many different fisheries. You can fish the 7 Mile Bridge. That's really where it all starts, and that's the gateway to Florida Bay. Certainly, you can fish up in Florida Bay in the shallows for snook, trout, redfish, tarpon, but that's not what we're, going to look for here today. We're going to primarily focus on a lot of these holes and structures in the 5 to 20 mile range looking for snappers. Okay, really a cool fishery, a light tackle fishery. I'm really privileged today. I've got a good friend of mine on board. This could very well be our #1 fan. Alex, you're up from Pompano Beach originally, and literally relocated down here to the Keys, was inspired to become a charter boat captain, now runs a full-time charter. And Alex, you spend a lot of time here in Marathon fishing Florida Bay.
Yes,
because
it's special. I think we're all been there. Trailer the boat to the Keys.
Right.
The wind blows pretty hard.
Right.
While you're gonna go fishing.
Exactly. You go Florida Bay. Yep. Exactly. So exactly what Alex is saying. You come down here, the weather's not good, you can't get offshore. Florida Bay is the answer. If you come down here and you fish the reef and you can't get on the yellowtail bite, you don't know what else to do, Florida Bay is the answer.
And like I say, nothing can taste better than a fried mangrove snapper.
That's right, I agree with you. Mangrove snapper, absolutely delicious. Now, there's so many different spots in the bay. I gotta tell you, I've got dozens and dozens of spots, and that's what this trip is gonna be about. It's a little bit of an exploratory trip. We're gonna go out, we're gonna fish a spot anywhere from 8 to 20 feet deep, depending on how many miles off the beach we end up. And keep in mind, Florida Bay typically is very, very shallow. You're typically looking at 5 to 12 feet of water, somewhere in that ballpark.
And like I tell everybody, a lot of people who ask me how to fish on the Florida Bay, okay, you're gonna look for little holes, like you go from 7 to 8 feet.
Just a small little depression.
Exactly.
So it doesn't take much to hold a lot of fish.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Now, a lot of different species. I mean, Florida Bay, we talked about the stuff that you're gonna find on the flats, but further offshore where we're going to be looking for the snapper, it's not unusual to see the mangroves, mutton snapper, lane snapper, yellowtail snapper, What are some of the other species that you find when you fish out there?
Trout.
Trout.
And like when the winter months come, time to time you're gonna come across to cobias.
Okay.
And most of the time when you see the bull sharks come around your boats, be prepared and have a rig ready, like for that cobia.
Got it.
Because if you wait, it's gone.
It's too late. Right, gotcha. So, and understand, Florida Bay is very extensive, and once you really get out there to the Gulf of Mexico and you push the boundaries out to 40 feet, 50 feet, that's when you start to see a lot of the cobias, the permit, you know, a lot of different species, different tactics, and that's a different show altogether. Today, it's about light tackle, snapper fishing. I'm sure we'll likely see some sharks as well. So stick around. We've got a little bit of a run. You know, we're going to be dodging some storms all day here. Hopefully the, you know, weather stays in our favor. So, you know, I'm really looking forward to it. You ready? Let's go.
Fishing Booker has thousands of local guides, over 40,000 fishing trips, and hassle-free booking all at your fingertips. For everything from inshore fly fishing to deep sea trolling and even more unique experiences such as bow and spear fishing, head to fishingbooker.com to take a look at some of the best deals and reserve your fishing trip today. Fishing Booker. Fishing trips made easy.
Dependable terminal tackle is vital in every venue. That's why professional anglers targeting bonefish to blue marlin rely on Diamond Fishing products. With an extensive selection of the finest monofilament, fluorocarbon, and braided fishing line in the world, it's time you avoid the rest and rig with the best. Diamond Fishing Products, the official line of Florida Sport Fishing TV. Tournament-winning fishing teams and busy charter captains from coast to coast.
Chaos. Gear matters.
And we got him, baby. We got him. Oh, what a slob! That's what I'm talking about, baby, right there. What a stud. That right there, baby, is deep dropping.
Chaos. Gear matters. Shop online or visit our new superstore for everything fishing.
Amongst cats, there are many lions, but only one rules the pride. SeaHunter CTS. Carbon Kevlar construction, optimum stability, decisive performance. SeaHunter boats, factory direct sales, factory direct service. #1 in owner experience. Schedule a zero obligation sea trial and feel the difference.
All right, guys, we just got to our first spot here. We're about 10 miles offshore Florida Bay here, aboard the 28 Floridian. And I just pulled up to a hole. Like I said, there's so many different spots out here, you know. It really is endless. You couldn't fish them all in a lifetime. But there's a nice little hole here. We went from about 7.5, 8 feet down to 10, 11 feet. Alex, go ahead, put the chum in. Take your time here. You know, we're going to put the chum in, deploy it. We're going to circle around the area a little bit, let the chum start to work, start to, you know, kind of attract some attention. Then we'll get set up. We'll drop the anchor. We'll get set up on the spot. Remember, you're in shallow water. You don't need a lot of anchor line. You don't need a heavy anchor, but do it right, okay? And then we'll give it, you know, 15, 20 minutes and see if anybody's home, anybody wants to play. If you don't find any life, really, by 30 minutes, pick up and move. There are just way too many spots, you know, to try. So I'm looking at the machine, but not really for life, even though it's nice to see marks of fish. I'm really looking for the bottom. Water's a little bit murky today. You can see it's cloudy. Water's a little green, hard to see the bottom. Even in this shallow water of 7 feet, really challenging. So I'm using that machine to get a good understanding as to what's happening under the boat. And then, like I said, we'll do a couple of figure eights around the area that Alex put the chum in the water. How important is that, Alex, to get that chum going before you start fishing?
Like I say, snappers, they have a very good sense of smell underwater, okay? More smell you put underwater, more you work on the area, you're gonna raise that fish quick, and you're gonna know if that fish is on the area quicker.
Very quickly.
Because like sometimes you don't have like all day to catch that fish. That means you can tell if that fish is on the area or not.
Yeah. Especially in your case, you're doing a lot of charters for families, 3, 4, 5 hours, you know, half day, stuff like that. Oh, there's a nice hole right there. Look at that, 10 feet. Okay, that's what we want to see right there. So I think we're definitely going to go ahead and try this spot. So
let me throw the anchor.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. This is a nice hole right here, already reading a lot of life. And take your time. You know, it's all about positioning. Don't be in a rush, okay? Honestly, take your time. You know, make sure that you have a clear understanding of the area around you, where you're going to anchor, where you're going to fish. You know, it's all about location. And even though you have some leeway here, you have some flexibility, it's not really X marks the spot. You know, you can be a little bit off the spot. Still, you don't want to just randomly stop.
Rigging Station, proudly presented by VMC, your expert in hooks.
Tackle that we're fishing here today, guys. 7-foot 6-inch Chaos Gold rod, rated for 8 to 17 pound line, matched to a Shimano Stratic 4000. You know, so many different Shimano small little spinning reels in this size class are going to do the job. Loaded with fresh 12-pound diamond monofilament. That's all you need. Certainly no need for anything heavier than that in this scenario, targeting these snappers. The hook itself, 2.0 or 3.0 VMC circle hook. That's it, 20-pound diamond illusion fluorocarbon, and you absolutely don't need anything else. Certainly jig heads are going to work as well, but this type of really stealthy rig seems to be your best bet here in the bay when targeting these snappers. So I'm just fishing a piece of pinfish, no weight at all, it's shallow, 7 to 10 feet. You know, a little bit out of our element. We don't do a tremendous amount of the shallow water, Florida Bay backcountry type fishing, but it's all relative, and with the right gear it could really be a tremendous amount of fun. You can see what we're fishing. This is just a fresh little pinfish steak on a circle hook.
And like I told you guys,
yeah, a little baby.
Yeah, as soon as you start fish, the little guys are gonna show up first.
Yeah.
And longer you stay, the bigger fish are gonna feel more comfortable to come in. That's a keeper for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing is delicious, man. This here, if you like to eat fish, you can't complain.
No. And this is a great opportunity, you know, to catch some fish for the dinner table. If you can't get, you know, dialed in on the ocean side, come out here to the reef. Or I should say, come out here to Florida Bay, because the action, as you can see, can be fast and furious. Let me come up here. It's really a lot of fun on this light tackle, I'm not gonna lie. So this is like your average keeper out here.
Exactly.
That's gonna be your average keeper size mangrove in Florida Bay, right there. Not a giant, but what they, you know, lose in quality, they certainly make up for in quantity. And on the 10, 12 pound tackle, very sporty, a lot of fun, beautiful fish, great for families, great for kids, great for novices, great for experienced anglers who just want to come out and have a ball with the light tackle. Really is a lot of fun. Beautiful.
The best days happen out here, where the only thing on the line is what you can catch. And every cast could be the one that fills your memories with the fish of your lifetime. Mercury engines are made for exploring. So are you. Go boldly.
The weather is beautiful and the fishing is great. Captain Pips has the largest rental boat fleet in the Keys, including new twin-engine center consoles. 5 locations, 150 boats ready to fish and cruise. And we deliver. Stay and play in a fully appointed cottage or catch the sunset off your very own Aqua Lodge. For the best hassle-free vacation the entire family will enjoy, no one does the Florida Keys better than Captain Pips. Mention Florida Sport Fishing and receive 10% off your entire stay.
Above deck or below, Easy Anchor Puller is the way to go. From the Hero Series pontoon anchoring solutions on freshwater lakes and rivers to the Rebel Freefall Series when fast anchor deployment is critical in deep coastal salt water, there's an Easy Anchor Puller for every application. Aluminum or fiberglass boat, Easy Anchor Puller drum anchor winches are compact enough to fit in tight spaces and made with all 3/16 stainless steel components so you can easily mount them above deck or below. Visit EasyAnchorPuller.com, call 1-800-800-1640 today. Hey guys, I'm Captain Mike and welcome to my rigging station. You've asked over and over, here's the answer. Dubro Fishing. 4 different styles of rod and reel holder mounts for every application. Their ingenious lure and leader keeper system is perfect, either permanently mounted or portable. It keeps everything I need right at my fingertips so I could focus on staying hooked up. Listen, I count on Dubro products, so should you. Check out their full line of innovative gear at dubrofishing.com. A lot of snappers here, guys. We're looking behind the boat. You don't see what we see, but there's a ton of snappers and mangroves. And the smaller fish, they're going to be there first. They're going to be in the chum slick. They're the most aggressive. They're going to be the ones that come up behind the boat first. The larger fish are going to be further back in the slick. They're going to be a little bit more cautious, a little bit deeper. The larger mangroves like to pick up that bait off the bottom as well versus it being suspended. And, you know, real important, make sure you give them plenty of time to eat it. We're fishing circle hooks. Don't be aggressive. Don't, you know, try and drive that hook home so fast. Let them get it down their throat, swim away with it, and then slowly reel tight. You know, again, you're fishing a circle hook, so it should be relatively easy to hook the fish in the corner of the mouth every time. That's definitely a little bit better. And again, look, if you come out, whoa, pull and drag. If you come out here, you know, with some 30-pound gear, the stuff that you would use offshore, oh, what is that, barracuda? Oh, no.
Mackerel.
Yep. Is that what that was? Yeah, it was a mackerel, yep. See, there it is, right? We're snapper fishing and a mackerel grabs the bait like that. You just never know. Now, those mangroves, Alex, year-round, right? And catch those up here in the bay year-round?
Yeah, the only months I don't recommend you come here and look for them is like on the July.
July.
When
Water's
they
too hot?
Yeah, it's too hot, and most of the time they're gonna be spoon on the reef, and it's gonna be hard to find them over here.
He's swimming off with it right now. Fish has got my bait. I'm gonna just let him eat it. Not gonna be anxious. Come tight, and boom, let that circle hook do its job. Ooh, 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 there he is, right there. Oh, that's a little bit better. Oh, yeah.
I think you just got a burger.
Yeah. And again, it's all relative, you know. Don't come out here with heavy gear. Come out here with the right 10, 12-pound spinning tackle and make the most of this fishing, and you're going to just have an absolute ball. Come on, babe. Oh! And that's going to happen, too.
Pros Tip, proudly presented by Dubro Fishing. Innovative tackle storage solutions for every venue. Learn more online.
Another very important tip, like when you fish on the reef or you fish over here back on the bay, okay, you don't want to cut a lot of baits, okay, you want to cut like the way you go, because most of the time when you cut a lot of bait, that bait is going to dry up, all that juice is gone on the bait, and don't going to attract the fish, because especially when you fish for snappers, that fish can smell your bait from far away. More juice you have on your bait, more fresh look like your bait, better fish you're gonna catch.
There's one, there's one. Whoa, hey, hey. Talk to me, baby, talk to me.
I think you got the right kind.
Oh, it's got me in the bottom.
Oh.
Got me in the bottom. Not a common occurrence getting rocked up out here, but not impossible. Big old snapper, wrap you around a sea fan or some grass or a little coral head, little ledge. So because you're fishing such light line, you can't put too much pressure on them. So sometimes it's a good idea to just slack off and see if he'll come out like that. See, he came out. That's what we're looking for. That's a quality snapper right there for the bay. Nice. Very nice. Again, not a giant, but for fishing up here in the bay, beautiful fish, no complaints at all. And that's what happened. He literally got me just wrapped on a little ledge. Gave him a little time, and he came out. Beautiful coloration. Be careful with these thorns. These spines are like little needles, boy. You can see I'm wearing gloves. That's, you know, highly recommended because they'll get you right there. It's super, super sharp. Plus their gill plates are real sharp. You know, you could see Alex was kind enough to net that fish for me. We always carry a net when we're out here. These are just small little tips that are going to make a big difference in your Florida Bay snapper fishing. Plenty of chum. Look, they sell chum in 7-pound blocks. Don't come out here with 2 blocks. Come out here with 2 cases. Plan on a box, a 7-pound block, one of those boxes every 30 to 60 minutes. The current runs out here, it's moving, okay, and that's really gonna dissipate your chum relatively quickly. So make sure you've got plenty of chum, plenty of bait, plenty of terminal tackle, which is very simple, just some circle hooks and some light lines, some 20-pound leader. And be prepared to have a ball catching mangroves all day long, baby. Nice.
For over 80 years, Furuno Innovations have helped more fishermen find and catch more fish than any other brand. And we're raising the bar again with Navnet TZ Touch 3's new PVG and Fish It Drifted technologies. Build your own 3-dimensional shaded relief charts to find trophy fish others have missed. Perform accurate drifts the first time, every time. Be the one everyone follows. When you're serious about fishing, lead the way and get serious with Furuno.
Since 1977, the legendary 100-foot Yankee Captains has set the standard for overnight fishing. With the latest sonar technology and unrivaled service, no one does it better. Whet your appetite with a 2 or 3 day trip to the world-famous Dry Tortugas, or jump aboard an epic 4-day adventure to the rich waters of Pulley Ridge and beyond. Fish around the clock, relax in air-conditioned comfort, catch the trophy of a lifetime.
Florida Sport Fishing TV proudly utilizes and endorses Taco Marine, makers of Shade Fin, a lightweight, versatile shade system that easily attaches into rod holders, tops, and arches for convenient portable boat shade. Shade Fin, shadow in seconds. Tropic Trailer, Florida's largest dealer, has the right trailer at the right price.
Gonna make a little move here. You know, we were still picking those mangroves, but there's so many spots out here. I want to explore it. I want to really just try some different depths, different holes, you know, maybe fish a spot, I don't know, catch half a dozen fish, whatever it is. And oftentimes they'll slow down, you know, they'll kind of smarten up a little bit. So it's definitely a good idea to have a variety of different spots to try. That's definitely going to make a big difference in your overall success ratio for sure. Real important in this scenario, we made a move here. There's a lot of grass here, a lot of current. But in this scenario, make sure that you're feeding your bait out, you know? Don't lock it up. So much grass here. Look, there's a snapper mixed in with this grass. If you could see him, there he is. But make sure when you're feeding your bait out, there we go. Not a bad one, too. Look at that. Not a bad one at all. Nice colors. You know, that you keep that bail open and you keep the bait drifting back. Keep it moving. You stop that bait, you close that bail, you hold that line, that bait's gonna spin, it's gonna come up to the surface, you're not gonna catch anything. Keep going, pal. Sometimes they pick it up and they'll swim up the slick. So you'll feel a bite, they'll peel a few feet of line off, but then they're actually swimming toward you rather than away from you. There you go. And this was that exact scenario where that fish ate the bait, came swimming up toward me. Certainly not what I was hoping for, but a lot of fun nonetheless.
That's how I say it's a big mangrove.
That is a big mangrove, huh? Look at that. You know, we were talking about surprises, and there it is right there. Nice, beautiful, short little red grouper. Certainly not a giant, nothing to get, you know, too excited about, but it's a great opportunity here in the bay to mix it up a little bit. And you just never know. That fish certainly could have been keeper size, and I'm sure that, you know, there are some keeper size fish down there, but still beautiful, right? Look at that. And again, this Florida Bay, this is a nursery. It's a nursery for these beautiful groupers and snappers that are just going to continue to grow. They'll work their way out to the ocean side. They'll work their way further offshore here, all the way out to the Dry Tortugas, Pulley Ridge, all sorts of areas offshore. But it all starts here, right here.
You know what's the most important part? I save my bait.
Yeah, there you go. It's a good idea, guys. Look, if you're just getting down here to the Keys, renting a boat, coming on your own, not sure what to do, where to go, hire a local guy. Hire Alex for half a day. Let him bring you out here in the Bay and teach you the ropes. You know, I'm sure, Alex, you'd be happy to point these people in the right direction. There's so many spots out here. Look, it's not like secret spots that you're giving away, you know. Everybody has their own favorite little honey holes, but there's enough to go around for everybody. So if you're not sure, I'm telling you, shorten the learning curve, spend a few $100, whatever it is, charter a guy for half a day, learn the ropes, and then this way you can come out and do it on your own. You're going to save time, you're going to save money, and you're just going to have an all-around better time. And every time you visit the Keys, you could just keep building up on it, learning the ocean side, learning the bay side, and really capitalizing on everything that the island chain has to offer. That's just a remarkable place. There, that's not a bad one right there. Look at that. Hey, I'll tell you what, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Florida Sport Fishing TV. Fishing the shallow water here in Florida Bay, light tackle, mangrove snapper fishing. Really a great opportunity to experience the 28th Floridian, to experience this fishery here in the Keys. Great backup plan for when the weather doesn't allow you to get offshore. It's a great plan if you're unfamiliar with the Keys. I want to reiterate, get down here, get on these mangroves, you know, catch some wonderful fish for the dinner table. Everybody in the family could have a good time doing this. It's not that complicated by any means. Keep it clean, keep it simple. 12-pound mono, 20-pound leaders, 2-0, 3-0 inline circle hooks, fresh cut bait, plenty of chum. That's it. That's all that's required. You know, so many guys come down here on rental boats and, you know, they're asking me questions. Hey, where do I fish? What do I do? This is where it all starts, right here.